As we got to lead worship just recently in Alabama, and it was a 1 year anniversary um, for the gal that put this night of worship on, that her son had committed suicide. And what I found to be just mind-boggling, nobody knew he was going through anything. Nobody knew he was depressed. Nobody knew he was hurting inside. And to see the kids that came out that night to support and show the family love, and that love this young man that ended his life too soon, was incredible. There's a lot of people that need to hear this story, so please listen up.
To say, we're here in Alabama, and we just got done playing with you guys, and this event,
Awesome.
thank you, this event was extra special for you guys. It was a 1 year anniversary
Just about.
of your son that had committed suicide. A lot of kids out there struggle with that, and what would you tell these young kids out there about suicide and just effects? What would you do to encourage them to not?
One, talk about it. Talk about how you're feeling. Like hindsight or learning now, there's so much shame. There's so much, let's see here, oppression. But I keep thinking of the word shame with our kids who are followers of Christ. My husband talks about it's the good kids, that they don't want to hurt other people anymore. They feel like they're a burden. And they are just buying into the lies that Satan's feeding them. That is the enemy. He hates their souls. He doesn't want them living victoriously. He wants them to feel ashamed if they're supposed to be the good kids. So they're the ones, like in my son's case, he's the one doing worship on Wednesday nights, leading worship on Wednesday nights. He's the one telling his friends about Christ. He's the one introducing Christian rock music to them because all they listen to is country and stuff. So he's the good kid. So if he's doing anything wrong, or he doesn't feel, like I said, this is what I'm learning, looking back through his stuff and piecing things together. If he has this sin in his life that he can't overcome, well, then he's worthless, because that's the lie he's being fed. And if no one is in these kids' lives telling them, you do have the strength because you have Christ in you. It's not you. Like we were talking about earlier, you're not strong enough, you're not worthy enough, but God has sealed you. If you are his, the Holy Spirit is in you, and you have that weapon and you can combat it. But if you don't know how to use it, you don't. And helping these kids learn how to do that, learn that they do have Christ in them, the Holy Spirit in them working, and to overcome the issues they have going on, anything that they feel ashamed about, whether it's a secret sin that they're not telling their parents about, or they're just feeling low, but yet they have this contrast. How can I feel depressed? How can I feel sad if I'm supposed to be this good Christian? Well, as an adult, I could tell my child, if he had come to me, depression happens to everybody. I mean, not every single person, but all walks of life. It happens to Christians. It happens to non-Christians. The difference is you have someone to go to, and helping, I wish I had gotten the chance to help him through whatever he was going through. The pain he was going through, we had no clue. None. He was still leading worship. He was still playing football. His grades were still good. He was still hanging out with his friends. All the signs that I know to look for, because I was in mental health off and on for 20 years. I know how to diagnose depression. But I had this really smart kid who didn't want to let anybody know what was going on with him. Didn't tell us he was sad. Didn't tell us he felt depressed. Didn't tell us he was thinking about suicide or even thinking of death stuff. None of those. He wasn't grumpy. You know, I think about with teenagers, they show anger more than sadness. And I know it's easier for me. I get more energy from anger than feeling sad. I can't get up and do anything if I feel sad. If I'm mad about it, I can do stuff. But even that, it wasn't there. So to be able to tell kids, you have hope, that's one of the things that you get robbed of with depression. Everybody has ups and downs in their life, but depression takes you to a different level, and you're not thinking clearly, and you are hopeless. And if you have any ounce of strength to grab somebody and let them know what you're going through, that's where help comes from.
The main point that I wanted to get across here, there's a lot of people that are hurting. There's a lot of people that are depressed and people that you might not even think around you. If you are going through something, please share it with somebody. I'm not just talking about a friend that's maybe going through the same thing or younger and don't even know what to do. Go to an adult. Go to somebody that can help you, that pour into you. There is no shame in being depressed. There is no shame in feeling suicidal. You are not going to be judged. You need to go get help. You need to cry out and say, please help me. Go to somebody that you trust that's older. Maybe it's your parent. Maybe it's your parents that are making you depressed. Go to somebody else, a leader. Go to a pastor at a church. Just go talk to somebody and say, this is what I'm going through and I need your help. Please share this video because there's a lot of people going through this that you might not even know is going through this situation. Thanks.